Tonight, Scotland have a chance to make history. Meanwhile, Steve Clarke can't even be bothered to make a change. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football once again. Surprise, surprise. No Lawrence Shankland in a tournament where we have scored 2 goals. One of them being an own goal, the other one being a deflected goal. We need goals. We're desperate for a goal scorer. We have a 30-plus goal striker on the bench, and for some reason he's staying on the bench. He got 10 minutes when the game against Germany was beyond gone. He came on in the 90th minute when we needed to try and find a winner against Switzerland. And the big question tonight is, how long is Steve Clarke going to let Shankland's arse warm the bench?
That is the only question tonight. I mean, if we're being truthful, we knew Ralston would start. As bad as he is, what is the other option?
Yeah, look, as bad as Ralston is, we have to accept that Patterson and Hickey are out injured. Ralston's about as good as it gets for us. You could experiment, you could go for it, be risky, try James Forrest in there, but if you do that and then James Forrest defensively has a nightmare, you come under a lot of criticism. So I can respect the Ralston decision from Steve Clarke. What I can't respect, though, is the fact that he's once again not giving Shankland a chance.
Shankland has proved it. He started up front in a few games for us. He's a top goal scorer in the league.
When was the last time Adams scored a goal?
I believe he scored against Gibraltar, right? But I'm not really going to count. I mean, I'll count it, but name me a national team, right, that has a striker that scored 30-odd goals on the fucking bench.
Doesn't happen. Wouldn't happen. Can't happen.
It only happens if the guy in front of him scored more.
Well, that certainly isn't the case here.
No, certainly not. No, but, like Harry Kane starts for England, right? But I'm willing to bet if he had like a really shit season and Ollie Watkins, for example, had 30-odd goals, he'd be starting. I mean, you've seen Southgate, he actually changed it against, did he Team Denmark? Even though not so did he. Shay Adams scored against Denmark. Remember that game? 2-0. I just think other team managers would change it up. He's so stubborn. He's got his favourites. It's like,
I don't care if he's stubborn and got favourites. This is a chance for us to make history. He has shat the bed once again.
We're not just talking, right, about Adams, like, he's not a goal scorer. Let's just start Shankland. He has been shit in 2 games. Alright?
Yeah, he's offered nothing.
Like, I don't get it. Some people say, he was really good. He's not the only guy to be shit. See McGinn. I think McGinn's been pretty poor this tournament. Ralston, etc. I think there's other players as well, like McGregor in the first game, stepped it up in the second game, McTominay as well. But see the players that have actually stepped up, fair enough, Gunn as well, right? But see McGinn, he's not getting dropped because we all think, most of us think that Shankland's better than Adams. I look at that bench, who's better than McGinn?
Yeah, we don't think Kenny McLean's better than McGinn. We don't think Stuart Armstrong's better than McGinn.
It actually fucking baffles me, man. And you know what's going to happen? We're going to be drawing at half time or getting beat, and he's still not going to fucking bring him on.
Yeah, I wonder if it's 0-0, at what point, what time does it have to get to for Steve Clarke to actually bring Shankland on? If the game remains 0-0, at what point does he bring Shankland on? You would like to think half time, but knowing Steve Clarke, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Shankland coming on until like the 80th minute.
I know another reason why I can't see Shankland getting brought on as well, because I feel like you need 2 strikers on that pitch. But see if you look at this team, see Gilmore, McGregor, McTominay, McGinn. They're not. Who's going to sub off for Shankland there? He's not really going to sub it because they're all pivotal to the team. It's almost like if we need a goal, he's going to sub off the striker for another one rather than actually play with 2 up top.
I'd take that. If you say to me right now, Clarke will 100% switch Adams with Shankland at half time, I'd accept that.
You'd accept?
Because that's about 35 minutes more than I think Shankland will get the night.
Anyway, we can rant about Shankland all day, but the actual team is Gunn, Robertson.
Well, first of all, I know people aren't really impressed with Gunn, and I agree. I think Sander Clarke could be the number 1 going forward, but you ain't going to change it in this last game, alright? Gunn actually improved a little bit against Switzerland. It's a massive call. Gunn's been the number 1. I think going into future tournaments and qualification processes, then maybe we can start mixing it up. Maybe Gunn isn't the undisputed number 1, but I think for this last game, it would be a massive risk putting in a Liam Kelly or a Sander Clarke. But I would like to see it getting rotated a bit more, because I do not believe that Gunn is the clear number 1. I think it should be Gordon in there. I believe that the wrong goalkeepers were taken.
Yeah, let's not get into the goalkeeper debate, but we've got Gunn, we've got Robertson, we've got McKenna, we've got Hanley, we've got Hendry, we've got Ralston, and the pivot, the midfield.
Back five picks themselves.
It does.
I know some people are saying put Cooper in there. I think that is honestly Premiership, Championship bias. I do not rate Cooper at all. I don't care if he plays his stuff in England. I would much rather somebody, a domestic league. I'd rather Scottish domestic league player than Liam Cooper. I think he's rank rotten.
I think he's rank rotten too.
I think the fact that he has played for Leeds in the Premiership is what has kept him in the team for so long.
I think he's like the Ralston McCrory of the centre backs, just without the injuries.
I just don't rate him. I think Suter should have been in this tournament ahead of Cooper. I'd have took Suter over Cooper.
I predict that Suter would get dropped from the squad, but he's better than Cooper, man. It actually baffles me that Cooper went, to be honest.
I think we should start going with our younger centre backs. I'd get rid of Cooper.
Lewis Mayo, great season.
Yeah, I would be phasing out Hanley as well, to be honest. I think it should be the likes of Hendry, McKenna, Porteous, Suter, and then you can look at young centre backs like Lewis Mayo. But for me, I mean Cooper, Hanley, I'm done. I don't really care if those guys don't play it. We need to start phasing that. We need to start rotating this team.
No, we do. Right, anyway, into the midfield.
This should be the last cycle, I think, for a lot of these players.
Yes, right. Gilmore, McGregor, McTominay, McGinn. I've no idea what sort of formation it is with those four. It's kind of McGregor, Gilmore are set with probably one of McTominay and McGinn in front, and then McTominay or McGinn just playing off Adams. They switch it.
People are saying going for it at the back. We don't have the players to go for it at the back. We honestly don't. Out wide, we just don't have enough attacking players. People are saying, you can play Robertson left mid. Then what do we do at left back? Play Greg Taylor. It just doesn't make any sense. If we play,
I think if you're pushing in the game.
No, but if we play four at the back, then you need two wide men. And what we're going to put McGinn and McTominay out wide. Does that mean that we have to start Forrest and like a Lewis Morgan? Unfortunately, we just don't have quality in the wide areas, and by playing with the wing backs, that allows you to get into wide areas while still maintaining a lot of bodies in the middle of the pitch, which is our strongest area, our midfield. So I know a lot of people don't like it, but I personally do think the current formation that Clark has works best for us. I think we're more suited to that. If we can start producing a couple of really good wide players, then by all means we could change it. But I just don't think we have the player. People are on about 4-4-2. I don't think we have the players for that.
No, we don't.
Who's going to play right mid and left mid, or right wing and left wing?
You could play Christian Forrest, but it's not the best options. But let's look at the subs, right?
We have no good wingers, right? We might have, you can argue Lewis Morgan, James Forrest, but for me they're not. I don't want to be going into a tournament with their starting players.
Say we're shite, right? But
let's be honest. See, without the past 6 months from James Forrest, could you imagine if Steve Clark said around October 2023 that he was going to go to the Euros and James Forrest was going to start all 3 games? People would have been demanding Clark out, saying he's batshit crazy.
Nowhere near the team though.
So he might have had a decent end to his Celtic season, but I mean, for me, we just don't have good enough players to have that formation. We don't.
No, we don't.
We don't have pace either.
Let's say let's say Adams, McGinn, McTominay, right, Gilmore, like the attacking, more Ralston, who is a bit more of attacking. Say they're all having stinkers. Would you not like to actually see the likes of Conway and Morgan get a fucking opportunity? Because they haven't kicked the ball for us, and it's like, it's time to rise up.
100% agree. I think they can come on, and I think we can change the formation up towards the end of the game. I think we need to start with what we've been doing.
No, I agree, but see if we go out with a Peter and he refuses to change it, and he makes the subs at the 75th minute, he has to fucking go. I think if we go, he has to go anyway. I think he should respectively resign. Got us to 2 tournaments. Cheerio, thanks for the memories. But I think he's took this team all he can.
If we're... I get it, he's not going to change it probably at half time. If we get to like the 60th minute, 65th minute, and we're still drawing, then I want to see multiple subs. I don't want to see all one sub. I don't want to wait till like the 80th minute. I'd like to see Shankland come on. I'd like to see like Lewis Morgan come on and see what he can do with his pace. And these are young guys that they can offer a lot towards the end of the game. So I think he has to do it, but not at the beginning.
If I was to predict the subs, I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory what the subs are going to be in this game. I'm going to go with Christie, Shankland, Armstrong, and McLean. I think that is Steve Clark to a T. And you know what? People will laugh and say, "Oh, but that's the four it should be." The Hungarians will have predicted those four. They will know exactly how to deal with those four. I think if you throw
none of them have pace, though.
I think if you throw a Morgan or a Conway in, even a Forrest, I don't know, we just buried them there, but it's like give them something they're not expecting.
See if we get to the last 10 minutes and like the game's wide open and the Hungarians are why wouldn't you bring Lewis Morgan on and Conway on?
Or what's the point of taking
put them on the wings, try and spread the game, try and spread the Hungarian defence. I think that's something we can definitely look to do as the game extends or whatever. The game comes to its final conclusions. But,
score prediction: the last 16 is looking like Portugal. I mean, may as well get there first. But
I'm going to go 2-1 Scotland. I'm a little bit positive, but I was going to say I was more positive before I seen this team lineup, but I knew he was going to do this. Like I said, I knew Adams was going to start. I just pray that Shankland gets brought on earlier than... He needs time. What was he doing against Switzerland? No, seriously.
It was playing for a draw.
90th fucking minute.
The game was settled without the subs, and he knew if I bring these guys on, it'll become more open, and we could risk getting beat.
That was embarrassing, by the way.
That's the launch.
That was not enough people were calling out Steve Clark for that, making those subs that late in the game.
Do you see the way we could go through with a draw? Do you think if we're drawing this late on, he might fucking not risk it?
Possibly. I tell you why, because out of the 4 results that we would need to go in our favour, 3 of them you would expect to happen.
No, I can't accept that though. He needs to go for it.
Well, what you could argue is, though, I mean, a draw keeps us in it, a defeat sends us home.
I wish nothing more, right, than for Shea Adams, McGinn, Ralston, 3 guys I've been pretty critical of. You probably wonder why is McGinn in there, because I think he's been shite recently. But see if Adams scores a hat-trick, I'll eat my words. I'll happily fucking sit here and say, you know what, you made the right call, even though Shankland goal-scoring machine. But it's not going to happen. The writing's on the wall.
Even if Shea Adams does score a couple of goals tonight, I'll still be here saying, oh, that's great, and I'm glad he did, but Shankland should be starting because he's more likely to score than Adams.
No, I agree, but it's not like we want Adams to fail or Ralston to fail. It's just
it's not about Steve Clark proving us right. If you continue to play Adams, then sooner or later he is going to score.
Oh yeah.
But if you give Shea Adams and Lawrence Shankland 10 chances, right, and they're the same chances from the same areas of the pitch, Shankland will convert a lot more than Shea Adams.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get...
Probably like a 6-2 ratio.
And we're not... you're not going to get that many chances, let's be honest. You look at that Switzerland game, right? People were saying we played good. I thought we were bang average, right? But many clear-cut chances did we actually create in that game?
Nada.
And many fell for Shea Adams.
Yeah.
So it's all right saying, if Adams and Shankland get a couple of... I mean, you're lucky if you get one chance. And if we do get one, and it has to fall for one of our strikers, I know who I'd rather be on the end of it.
Yep. So we're both going 2-1. I mean, I bet 2-1, so that means it's probably not going to happen. But say we get beat. What happens to Clark? Does he gotta go? Is that it? Is it the end of an era?
I think it depends on the manner we get beat. If we get a humping like we did off Germany, then he has to go. If it's a tame, narrow defeat and we don't show any sort of effort or we don't show like any, I don't know, try hard mode to try and win the game, then he has to go. If it's a good game of football and we play well and we're just unlucky at the end of the day and we don't go through, then I don't think he deserves sacked over that.
No, I don't think he deserves sacked, right? Even if that happens. But do you not think if we don't go through, he should resign and let someone else have a pop at it?
I mean, he's qualified us for 2 tournaments in a row.
Easiest it's ever been.
True, but the last Euros, I thought we played all right. I mean, the worst game we played was probably the Croatia game, and that's where we got our goal. I thought we were unlucky against England and Czech Republic. We should not have lost to Czech Republic at all. No chance.
But we did.
Yeah, I know, but we should.
You rewatched the highlights, so you
I
won.
did. I rewatched the highlights today.
2-0.
It actually made me sick how we didn't win that game, or at least we didn't score. Aye, but is this group easier than the last one? I'd say so.
All we've got to do is beat Hungary. They're a good team, but they're nothing more than a good team.
Yeah, we're talking. Oh,
They've beat England.
England are pish. Anybody can beat England.
Yeah.
Fuck, maybe we can get into the knockout stages. We could beat them. Who knows?
Let's get there first. Anyway, 2-1 to Scotland. 2-1 to Scotland.
3-1 Scotland.
Why'd you change it? That's the gimmick. 2-1
Aye, well,
good
I
night.
changed my gimmick. 3-1
Who's
Scotland.
getting the goals? Sure, Adam getting a hat trick.
Goals are coming from McTominay, McGinn,
Lico Day.
and McShankland.
McShankland. Will he become the first guy called something other than Mick to get a goal at the Euros?
McRudiger.
Mick Rudiger. Anyway, guys.
Peace.
Aye.